Manchester City turn to Plan B. Manchester City turn to Temateo Olivaseo Olalua Aina, or as you and me know him, Ola Aina from Nottingham Forest FC. Why is this Plan B? Because Tino Livramento is Plan A. Newcastle wants 70-80 million. I'd pay that 70-80 million. You've heard it from me before. 10 years, 10 good years from Tino Livramento. Ola Aina is kicking the can down the road. It's a short-term solution for a long-term problem. So I just want to go into some stats of Ola Aina. As you can see on the screen, 37 appearances, 34 starts, 3,000 plus minutes, 2 goals, 1 assist, 12 clean sheets, 30 interceptions, 58 tackles, a 0.54% tackle success. Sorry, that's 0.54. It's a 54% tackle success. 116 clearances, 12 blocks, 5 yellow cards, and no red cards. Looking at them stats, they don't look too, they're not too stylish. They don't make him look like a world beater. But he's a very good right back. He is a very good right back. So my question is, do we go for Ola Aina, or do we go for the other player that City are looking at? City are also looking at Martim Fernandes from Porto. This guy is 19 years old. Again, kicking the can down the road, short-term solution for a long-term problem. So he's 19. Players have to be registered in the Premier League for 36 months to be considered homegrown. And I will get onto that. And what I'll do is I'll do a separate video later on where I'll explain the homegrown quota and how City are going to be able to make that quota build up with non-homegrown and homegrown players. I'll do a video later. So Martin Fernandes is another short-term solution for a long-term problem. We'd have had to got him last season if we wanted to make him homegrown and ready for the time when he should be homegrown. Like I said, I'll do a video later and I'll explain all that. But Ola Aina, no idea how much he'll cost. But if he doesn't cost 25 to 30 million or less, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Martin Fernandes from Porto is 60 million euros. But this means between now and 2027, we'd have to have found another solution to our homegrown problem. Now, we've got players like Jack Grealish leaving. We've got players like Calvin Phillips leaving. We could have players like Ake leaving. So for all these players that leave, we need to bump up with homegrown players. Now, the problem is Pep wants a small squad. So, the hands are tied, really. Pep said if he doesn't get a small squad, then he'll quit. I think he's being a bit dramatic, to be fair. But still, this means that there's players that are sitting there this season that might not even make it onto the bench next season. Your Gundogans, your Bernardos, your Echeverries, McAtees. These players may just sit at home next season. And this is what Pep said. He said every time that he has to leave someone at home, it hurts his soul or something along them lines. So what I'm saying is the homegrown problem is a homegrown problem because we need to get rid of players that are homegrown. And we've got too many young players, aspiring players, up-and-coming players that are non-homegrown. So the problem comes from if we don't get an English right back, it means we have to shoehorn an English player somewhere else in our team. So we need to shoehorn an English midfielder, for example, Morgan Gibbs-White. Now, Morgan Gibbs-White ain't worth that money that Nottingham Forest want. They want 100 million. Whether they lower that when it comes to, the proper window, maybe. So originally, Manchester City would not be interested in a player like Morgan Gibbs-White because there's a lot more talent out there. But for an English player, Morgan Gibbs-White does have a slight flair to his play. So this is where the English tax comes in. Nottingham Forest know that we need homegrown players. If we know it, Nottingham Forest know it, right? So they know that we need homegrown players. Newcastle know that we need homegrown players. Hence, the English tax on Livramento and the English tax on Morgan Gibbs-White. So my question to you is, would you rather pay the 70-80 million for Livramento, or would you rather spend a pointless 70-80 million for a Morgan Gibbs-White, who probably won't play every game, and get an Aina instead, which, we're adding more players than we need to be adding there, so another player is going to lose out on our squad. Yeah, so that's my question to you. Pay the money for Livramento, or shoehorn Morgan Gibbs-White into this team? Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.